There's nothing quite like watching those full send captains try and full send it straight out of Haulover on a rough day, kind of like we're witnessing this crew do here, and probably like we're going to witness a few other captains try and do in this episode of Boats vs. Haulover, where Man and Machine take on Mother Nature down at beautiful Haulover Inlet here in Miami. And this, of course, is going to bring us to the first round of our contest. And here in the first round, the boats are going to toss a sportsman in the ring to try and see how it can fare and if the boats can go ahead and get on the board first. But it is a rough day down here at Haulover, absolutely firing as we see this sportsman try and work its way out. Gonna be interesting to see how this crew tries to handle this one. It's gonna take a little finesse. They're not going to be able just to land to the throttle and send it. They're going to have to watch how the boat's performing and the waves that are coming in front of them. And right now, Captain's actually doing a pretty good job, especially for the size of boat they're on. They're working it well enough to try and keep that bow up just a little bit, but still let the boat cut through and do its thing to get through these waves. And right here, Cap's going to wind up making it out. And I'm actually a little surprised. I was waiting for them to flop on this one, and they don't. They wind up making it out of Haulover and taking a win for the boats here in the first round. And that's going to bring us to the second round of our contest. The boats have the 1-0 edge, and here in the second round, the boats are going to toss a Seahorse 36 center console in the ring to see how it can fare. And our crew is slow rolling their way out. I have no clue what the sign they're holding says, but they're trying to work their way out, and this crew probably should be holding on versus trying to hold on to a sign, as things are about to get rough as they roll out into the rollers and they get knocked down. Easily, Haulover winds up working these two as they try and get out on this boat. But man, that one was funny to watch. They were trying to hold the sign up. Haulover starts firing and throwing some waves at them. The next thing we know, Haulover's like, sit down, take a seat, and our crew is going to continue to work their way out, but unfortunately for them, they're going to wind up taking a loss for the boats in the second round. And that's going to bring us to the third round of our contest, and here in the third round, the boats are going to toss a Sea Ray Sundancer in the ring to see if they can go ahead and try and get back on top. And let's go, round 3. Our crew is working their way out, and I'm going to be curious to see how they do. Cap's got that bow high, trying to maintain that pace, kind of just barely off plane, but just enough to keep the bow up to try and prevent them from stuffing it as they work their way out. Again, it's a rough day here at Haulover, and this is not a huge boat, probably a 26 foot boat, so they've got to be cautious to make sure that they don't wind up stuffing it. Man, they're getting into trouble as they're getting worked and they're about to lose the mat that they had tied off onto the stern of the boat, and here we go, it's going overboard. I'm curious if they're going to turn around for this. As rough as it is today, in this boat, it might be a little dangerous even for them to go back, and they're not. They're just gonna leave it. They're gonna continue on their way and let this mat just float free. And this is where the mat wound up, guys. We flew the drone over there, and they just let it go. And unfortunately for this crew, since they let it go, I'm going to have to give them the loss in this round. And that means that Haulover is going to take the win and take the 2-1 edge as we move into the fourth round of our contest. And here in the fourth round, the boats are going to toss an Everglades in the ring to try and get this one tied back up and keep this contest rolling. And here we go. And our crew, man, they are rolling it. Cap's got that throttle pinned down. The boat's on a level, balanced playing field right this second as it's just running right on plane, keeping that level riding attitude. Let's see how they fare as they move in, and hopefully that bow doesn't wind up diving down on them. But they're sitting up on top of the water because they're running so hard, but here they start to hit some of the heavier rollers, so it's going to create a little bounce action, slow them down just a little bit, and here we can see we've got a little bobbing, but overall, it looks like they're going to be okay as they tuck into that north side of the inlet and wind up taking a win for the boats here in the fourth round. And that's going to bring us back to a 2-2 tie as we move into the fifth and final round of our contest. And here in the fifth round, the boats are going to toss a Jupiter in the ring to see if they can go ahead and try and pull out the win. But let's go. Let's see how it ends. This crew, again, moving as well. Have the throttles opened up on this one. Man, they are bobbing a lot. They've got to be careful. There's a lot of traffic right here at the mouth of Haulover. And our guy almost runs into a jet ski, and this crew winds up going off on the guy on the ski. Now, they are playing around a little bit here at the mouth of the inlet, but as the captain coming in from behind the ski, who's going the same direction as you, Unfortunately, that's your responsibility to miss them. If you're trying to overtake somebody, you're the one who has to use the caution and do it properly and even announce it. I mean, honk your horn so they know you're coming. It doesn't have to be like a dirty honk, like we're mad at somebody, just to let them know that you're there. I promise if they would have honked the horn once, the ski probably would have got out of the way and he would have had a clean entrance into Haulover, and for that reason, I'm actually going to go ahead and give this captain the loss, and I'm going to give Haulover the win, and that means Haulover is going to take the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.